What do American blues, jazz, or gospel music, or Romani or Gypsy music, flamenco, and Jewish Klezmer music all have in common? The need to express whatever is on your heart or on your mind, born from a history of trials and tribulations, the overlapping of cultures and fusion of creative influences, and the honest spontaneity and expression of deepest human emotion.
The whole idea for the Gypsy Caravan tour came from Taraf de Haiduks. That name means band of brigands. They're from a small village in Romania. And they're string-based rather than horn-based. The band supports their village. The old guy with the hat is Nicolae Neșu. He's the senior violinist. His main protege is Kaliu. He's got to be the fastest violin player I've ever seen.
I met the Tarafs when I started doing that film I did with them called The Man Who Cried. I shared a trailer with these guys. A very small trailer with them for a few months, you know. The Taraf would come in, all of them. You know, there's like 18 of us, you know, crammed into this little trailer with all the instruments. Just, they'd play for hours and hours, you know. It just sort of came to me more and more the way the Roma are treated in Hollywood films. They're played as kind of the bad guy and all that. The truth is, most Americans believe the cliches about gypsies. Beware, you know, beware of the gypsies because they'll steal your whatever, you know, your socks or your this or that. It still exists, you know, that ignorance, that hatred. And these guys, these beautiful men, have to carry that on their back every single day. I don't think people understand the plight, what happened to the Roma over the years. You know, the Nazis committed a genocide against them. It would be great if by experiencing the Romani people and their music, people can learn more about them and understand that what you've believed about these people has been a lie your entire life.
When we look at the music we call Klezmer music, we can see some of the traits and qualities many in the world are striving to develop today. Notably, the capacity to increase our creativity and flexibility, to keep up with globalization, technology, and cross-cultural exchange occurring at a pace never before imagined. Embracing change, spontaneity, and truthfulness are qualities blues artist B.B. King once used to define the blues, and these have been part of the Klezmorim tradition for decades. The long tradition of improvisation, mixing with and engaging whatever was available in the cultures or environments a Jewish musician found him or herself, is something Jewish musicians share with another member of Europe's musical caste system, the Romani.
is the historian. Dus het Gypsy, het Zigeuner. Het gegeven met thema. En dit is half Jiddisch en half Zigeuners. Maar die Gypsy muziek is zeer nun in zijn harmonie zu Jiddisch.
But Romani, like their African counterparts living in the Americas, because of physical characteristics, could not blend into their host cultures or find an avenue for prosperity. As a result, today, across much of the world, and in the streets and communities of much of Europe, they are treated more often than not with contempt or worse. Historically, some of the most influential musical innovators in Europe were Romani or Jewish. Yet still today, and especially with the Romani, the fear of persecution, and therefore their level of mistrust of others, is consuming. As the lack of acknowledgement by their host cultures of their value and contributions continues, so too must energy be diverted to self-preservation, a grave waste of human potential. Within Romani communities, much like their Jewish counterparts, every part of the life cycle from birth to death includes creative stories, dances, and of course, music. Romani scholar Ian Hancock writes, "I want to be able to watch epics such as Schindler's List and learn that Gypsies were a central part of the Holocaust too. This reflects a notable controversy, one that concerns itself with the questioning of our historical records and the challenging of our very perception of truth, which is often at the mercy of blinding ethnocentrism."
Listen to Django Reinhardt. It is the same melody, but what a difference in interpretation.
Born into poverty in 1910, Django started out playing the banjo. An illiterate gypsy, he became the first genius of the jazz guitar. And in partnership with Stéphane Grappelli in the quintet of the Hot Club of France, he found international fame. But he was lucky to be playing at all. One night in 1928, Django's caravan caught fire, and though he escaped with his life, his left hand was badly burned. Bedridden for 18 months, he retaught himself to play, using just 2 fingers.